that's one of the first things I told Linda when we got together. You know, I said, you don't understand how insecure I am. Are you sure you love me?
Hey, this is Kara. You're watching Really Famous, where you get to know your favorite celebrities on a really genuinely intimate level because I was a therapist. Today, I'm bringing you Patrick Duffy. Yes, Bobby Ewing from Dallas. You may also remember him from Step by Step. So we had such a crazy good conversation, and I'm bringing it all to you. We talked about Dallas and Step by Step, his personal life, which includes a relationship with Linda Purl. You may remember her from Homeland, or all the way back to Happy Days. We talk about a lot, and I think he breaks down the wall a little bit. So you'll see that I'm breaking it up into a few parts. I included links to all the other parts in today's description. And yeah, I think you'll be intrigued. So let's do it.
Linda Purl and I have been living together now for 15 months. Yeah.
Congratulations.
I showed up on her doorstep. June 24th of last year. I drove from the ranch to Colorado Springs, 23 hours, got out of the car, and we looked at each other because we literally had not been together. We knew each other. I had gone to see her perform at the Catalina Bar and Grill here in LA. And I brought her one time I have a bar. My son and I own a bar here, and I'm always looking for customers. So it was very platonic. I knew she was really well known. So I thought I'll bring her to the bar and then she can bring friends. And that was it. And then we just sort of texted off and on, like, you know, what are you doing Christmas? How's your movie going? How's the play? She was in New York. And then it just snowballed into, we would text almost every day. And then we thought, well, we could FaceTime. Mm-hmm. So then we FaceTimed every Sunday. And then about Tuesday, I started to think, oh, it's a long time till next Sunday. Oh. So I texted, I said, maybe Wednesday could be Sunday. And she said, sure. So that went for a week or so. And then it ended up, we Zoomed each other. Sounds like a verb. We Zoomed each other every single night for 2 to 3 hours for almost 3 months.
That's the sign.
And then it just got to the point where I said, you know, there's however many 1,000 miles between us. I said, if you don't mind, I'll jump in the car and we can visit. He said, okay. So I drove and got there in 23 hours and got out of the car, and we've never been apart since.
Okay, so that was just going to be a visit. It wasn't to move in.
Yeah, it was just going to be a visit, you know. But I was determined in some form or another because, you know, we now have our GPS that tells you where you are and when you're going to get to where you're going and all that. So that kind lady, whoever she is, on my GPS said, you will arrive at your destination in 5 minutes. So I pulled over to the side of the road. I got out of the car in the middle of Colorado Springs. I took my pants off, which were shorts, put on my best pair of pants that were hanging in the back, put on a clean shirt, took a water bottle, slicked my hair back, gargled, spit it out, put on a little cologne, got back in the car and drove the last 5 minutes. Like, this is how I am all the time.
Right. Even after 23 hours.
Even
drive.
23 hours, I'm Mr. Perfect.
Did you sleep somewhere overnight? Did you stop?
No.
You drove straight?
Yeah.
That's real. Those are really the signs, like, for sure.
Yeah.
Your heart is in it.
And I got pulled over for going too fast through a construction zone. And the policeman came up and I thought, oh no. ID and everything. Where are you headed? I'm going to Colorado Springs. Why? See my girlfriend, but I've never actually seen her until I see her this time. And he said, really? So I told him a quick story and he said, well, he went back and checked it out. He said, most people don't tell the truth when they get pulled over. Right. So you just don't do it again. Here's a warning.
Did he recognize you though?
I think he probably did.
Okay. Yeah. Wait, but you met before in person, that you were on a movie together, right?
Well, we did a movie once we started living together.
Oh,
we just finished the movie.
You really had legitimately never actually met.
Other than bringing her to the bar as a friend.
Right.
And sitting in the audience watching her perform.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So that's even cooler, that's even
special. Yeah. I actually turned down the opportunity to work with her in 1978. I just finished The Man from Atlantis, and I got some scripts because it was an interesting show and got a lot of attention. And I got pilot scripts for things. And a script came in for a show called The Young Pioneers. And she was the star of the Young Pioneers. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. Then there was a Lassie script. I thought, that's always popular. I should probably do that. And then there was the Dallas script. And I picked Dallas because it was 5 episodes as opposed to a pilot.
Oh.
And so we missed the opportunity, in 1978. Didn't see each other again until 2001.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
That was 23 years. I think I just did it.
And then it was just a hello, because she came to see a play that I was in, but she came to see her good friend who was in it with me.
Okay.
So she came back afterwards and we just went, oh, hello. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Nice to see you again. Bye. And then she went off with Richard and they had dinner and I never saw her again.
But that is like, you hear stories like that, don't you?
I
like,
do.
Kind of a lot where people knew each other, but then years went by.
It sounds like a Hallmark movie. That's
guess
what it sounds like.
Maybe it already is one and we just don't
I'm
realize
sure there are 12 of them just like that.
Right,
But
exactly.
this is the real one.
Right.
Yeah. So then we ended up working together about 2 months ago. First time.
And was it good? Did it help or hurt or what?
It was interesting. We both had the same feeling of, well, we know we can live together, but working together is a different beast. So we rehearsed because we were in lockdown in Canada. You get 2 weeks we had to stay in the hotel. We weren't allowed to leave. So
you had to lock down before too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like quarantine before you start filming?
Yeah. Yeah. And so we worked on our lines and everything. First day of work, we both said, it's so weird. We're holding hands going to work. That I'd never done that, And then we really liked each other's work ethic and how we're on the set and our approach and it was just a perfect match.
So what's the work ethic that you share? What is it?
Do your best work. Don't take yourself too seriously. Be the first one on the set. Don't take a script to the set. Know your lines before you get there. Treat everybody with respect and hang up your clothes when you change wardrobe.
Okay. And then you're both able to just drop it at that point.
And then by the time we're in the car heading back to the hotel, the day's work done, we go back, have a glass of wine, cook dinner.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So, all right. So you started out by telling me where you are. So all right. So now you have a place in Mexico.
Yes.
She is still in Colorado Springs?
She's I just left her because she's doing her cabaret act next Sunday here. And then the day after we drive to Colorado Springs.
Okay. And you are selling your Oregon place.
Selling my ranch in Oregon after 30 years.
So it's kind of cool though that you actually have a ranch.
Well, yeah. I mean, everybody thinks, well, of course, Bobby's got a ranch, but it is a ranch in the sense that there's cows in there and there's everything, but they're not mine. I just lease out the pastures and everything. So it's my getaway place. And, I go there and I work on the buildings or I do some carpentry or, do just easy stuff. And it looks wonderful and it is wonderful. And it served its purpose for 30 years, but it's time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, sometimes you need to just close the chapter, end it, move on, otherwise you'll never get to the next chapters. That's which can be really exciting.
This chapter opened its pages for me.
For you. Yes, it did.
Yeah.
So you also have a place in LA then, I take it.
Yeah, I have a wonderful turnkey place here where it's a condo.
Okay.
And you can literally lock the door, be gone 6 months, come back, unlock the door, just open the patio doors, get some fresh air and cook dinner.
Right. So that's convenient. So you can come here anytime you need to work or whatever else.
Yep.
Right.
And the same with Mexico because there's a husband, wife, and their children live there.
Okay.
And it rents out as a B&B when we're not there. So we can just go whenever we want and just take our wallet, basically, a passport and a wallet.
Yeah.
Jump on a plane, go there because our stuff is already there.
That's awesome. I actually love the idea of that. I mean, being all different places. You don't have to be stuck any one place for too long. And
they're divergent places.
Yeah.
I mean, Colorado Springs is mountain. It's where the Olympic training camp is, all of that. So it's skiing and hiking and stuff. Then there's LA, which is LA. Right.
How do we feel about LA?
How do I define LA? I actually like LA.
Okay.
I notice it more now that I'm coming here as opposed to living here. So you do much more of a comparative thing when you're coming from other places on a regular basis. You go, oh yeah, I forgot. It takes an extra 20 minutes to go a half a mile.
Yeah.
And it doesn't in Colorado. It doesn't in Mexico at all. It's just compacted here, and the other two places are not. But I think we, Linda, myself, and maybe a lot of people, need an infusion of a different environment every once in a while, or you become complacent.
Yeah, I need that. I'm one of those people.
Yeah, and she lived in New York so many years, and she's got that real urban bone in her body, and we kind of do it here. I have no urban bones in my body.
None.
I don't go out ever. And in the last 16 months, I have been more places and seen more shows and had more dinners with people.
Oh, because of Linda.
She's a social animal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So she's really brought you out of your...
She really did. Well, I told her once in the heat of some passionate conversation, I looked at her and I said, my God, you broke me. And she said, I broke you open.
Oh, nice. Yes.
And I went, yes, you did.
That's
okay.
good.
Yeah. So anyway, I've never been happier.
Right.
I've been as happy, but I've never been happier.
Wait, there's a lot more where this came from. Patrick and I had a really long, really deep, and really funny talk about so many more things. Check out the next part coming up now.